You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, man, this Aaron Rodgers, Joe Rogan interview is very, very interesting. Got a couple of different clips from this thing I'm going to show. Number one, him and Rogan talking about the vaccine. And number two, talking about something I'm really interested in. And unfortunately, just because I work, I don't know, maybe you guys don't realize this. I actually work about 70 hours a week on Black and White Network, Black and White Sports, our entire network family of channels. And I work 6 10s and then usually 4 to 10 hours on a Sunday too, which is supposed to be my day off. But nonetheless, UFOs, I find that very interesting indeed. I'm fascinated by it. And I'm like, why do we not know more? I mean, we've had some things confirmed, this, that, and the other, but nothing actually, there's just not a lot of concrete stuff. And part of the reason, and they talk about why, one of the biggest reasons is potentially religious implications. That has always been the biggest reason. So nonetheless, we did get a little peel back the curtain situation. They did not talk any football. All right. That's one of the things that's come out of this. 3 hours together, no football talk. However, there is one thing in here. When he was on the Pat McAfee show, he talked about quote unquote personal matters, right? And he was dealing with personal matters. Well, we may now know what those personal matters are. All right. I'm not for sure telling you this is why he has not signed yet, but it could be an indication. The closest Aaron Rodgers came to addressing his football situation happened when he mentioned that, quote, a number of people in my life are battling cancer. That meshes with the prior comment to Pat McAfee that Rodgers' inability to commit to a team flows from personal issues. By the way, he did go on to say that it's time for him to get out of California. So, Aaron, if you see this video, if it was on one of the bigger channels, he might actually see it. Come to Texas. And Rogan's down in Texas, but he's in Austin. Hell, you might as well still be in California. We don't even claim Austin. So here we are. Art Rooney II actually made some comments today about Rodgers. All right. He had said April 1 that the Steelers will wait, quote, not forever, but a little while longer for Rodgers. And he delivered a similar line on the way out of Wednesday's owners' meetings. Quote, a little while longer, I'll say the same thing. So they're still waiting, the Steelers. As of now, a lot of people think it's got to do with the OTAs and when that gets ready to start. And I know Ian O'Connor had come out and said, his biographer, that he thought it would be towards the end of the month, start of OTAs, etc. So, UFOs. Now, I'm fascinated by this. Let's listen.
To now.
Yeah.
And fast forward another 30, 40 years for us. Like, at what point does some of this technology really come out? The anti-gravity stuff, the disclosure of the UFOs,
It's a good question. What Hal Puthoff said was that during the Bush administration, they put together a panel of scientists and experts, and they gave them a task. The task was compile a list of things that would be disrupted by disclosure. They said, if we disclose that we have recovered crashed vehicles of non-human intelligence and biological remains, what would be the implications? And so they had a list of pros, things that would be disrupted, and then things that we would benefit from, and they put a numerical value to each one of them, and it was overwhelming by every one of them that it would be overall negative. And so they decided not to disclose.
What was on the con side beside religion? Because I know religion is a big part of it.
Religion was a big part of it. Government. Why would anybody believe that we have control over anything if there are some super intelligent beings from some unknown realm, whether it's another planet or another dimension, that have technology far beyond our comprehension. And then there's the religious aspect, which gets really weird, that Lazar talked about, where there's this immense...
Talking about Bob Lazar. They got a documentary on Bob Lazar. It's great. It is must see. If you're into this kind of thing, he worked at Area 51. It's awesome. And he also had a big interview with Rogan. Check that out.
Would anybody believe that we have control over anything if there are some super intelligent beings from some... believe that we have control over anything if there are some super intelligent beings from some unknown realm, whether it's another planet or another dimension, that have technology far beyond our comprehension. And then there's the religious aspect, which gets really weird, that Lazar talked about, where there's this immense folder that he encountered, created these religions in order to protect what they say human beings are here for, that we're containers. So like, of what? And he said, I don't know. They referred to us as containers. Yeah. And the religion was designed to sort of keep the peace, or to keep some sort of a moral structure.
That's interesting. And yeah, if that came out like as confirmed, of course, you can imagine what that would do in society today. And then there was talk of the vaccine.
I sent Jamie this study, VAERS adjusted data, and other derived from the MIT Florida Department of Health study findings that yield a conservative range of 470,000 to 600,000 American deaths from the COVID-19 mRNA shots.
That's it?
Just that alone. That's a lot of people, man. More than World War I, World War II, and Vietnam combined. If that's true. It indicates Pfizer, this is Pfizer alone, so this is not even Moderna.
Oh, okay.
Pfizer alone likely killed over 470,000 Americans. They found a 36% increase in all-cause mortality among Pfizer recipients versus Moderna.
Yeah, but they saved millions.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Wow. So as you can see, they get into all kinds of things. I mean, involving the vaccine, and we could talk a long time on this channel about that, but we really don't cover this kind of stuff too much on this channel. But I knew I was making this Aaron Rodgers video because of the personal issue part, which leads you to believe that maybe that's what he's dealing with, as to the reason he's not at Steelers camp yet. Somebody's actually close to him is dealing with cancer. The UFO stuff is very interesting. I can't wait to sit down and listen to all of this. But again, my understanding is they talk zero football in this thing. Going to be interesting nonetheless. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.